So what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another reaction. We are back at it again with the Amity Affliction, ladies and gentlemen. Probably one of my favorite metalcore bands, and probably one of my top 5 bands to go back and check out to constantly, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are definitely one of the greats, from back in the day, and still kicking, still alive, and still making some hardcore hitting bangers. Let me just say, ladies and gentlemen. But for those of you that don't know, they have quite a bit of a lineup change, especially on the vocal side of things. You know, Aaron is sadly no longer in the band, unfortunately. You know, a lot of mixed, signals. We don't typically know what quite happened, but it is what it is. I would say, Aaron is definitely one of the greats when it comes to the, classic metalcore singing, post-hardcore sound, early 2000s, but yeah, it is sad to say that Aaron is no longer in the band, but I'm super excited to see what these guys still have up and coming, ladies and gentlemen, because the last single that we reacted to was easily one of my favorite bangers to listen to, and probably one of my favorite Amity Affliction songs to go back and check out, honestly, because it just had that grit, it had that hook, it had that catchy chorus like they always do, but it was just so heavy. It was just so in tune to what the new sound is. It's just so heavy, it's just so down tuned. I like that they're going that darker route, that more intensity route off their past album, so I'm excited, man. I'm super excited. Hopefully we get another one like that, mixed with the hardcore hit and breakdowns that they always do as well. So Joel doing his screams, his hardcore screams that he always does. So, and they also just announced that they're coming out with a new album later this year, so I'm super excited for that as well, ladies and gentlemen, amongst all these new albums that are just yet to be announced. So I already know this year is just going to be stacked with new albums, new releases, and new announcements coming out later this year. So I'm super excited, ladies and gentlemen. But before we get started, be sure to comment and appreciate it, as it will help me out. If you like the Amity Affliction just as much as I do, be sure to like on this video as well. And if you're new here, thank you for stopping by, checking out some awesome minutes. We're just getting started on these heavy bangers. Ladies and gentlemen, no time wasted. Let's get right into it. This is the Amity Affliction's newest release track titled House of Cards. Let's go, boys! Come in! Ooh, okay. Starting off with the cleans this time. Let's get it. So Joel, bring me in. Okay. Has that classic metalcore tone to it. Post-hardcore feel. Not gonna lie, I'm still not quite used to the guy's cleans, but definitely sets a different tone as opposed to Aaron. Let's go, Joel! Bring me in! Ooh! It's a little riffage! Oh, we're going into the breakdown already? They're just skipping the second chorus, alright. Little whip down action! Oh, and the two-steppy! Okay. Okay, got a little bit of an action jump, got a little bit of intensity there. Little build up break back into the chorus, I suppose. like a chanty vibe chorus. Those fills are nasty though, man. Oh, I love that riff. Play it out with those two steps. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, okay. Very different from the last single that we heard from these guys. A lot more on the, upbeat side of things, a lot more jumpy, a lot more like post-hardcore, more like poppy, punk-esque kind of stuff, especially with like the guitar tone style side of things, but very different compared to the last one. I'm still gonna love the last one. I'm still gonna love, all that I remember. It's just definitely one of my favorite ones from them, just because it hits so much differently. But this one, it's a little bit of a mix for me. I like the energy, I like the energetic, I love that riff, I like that jumpy, groovy riff that they're playing in there throughout the song there. But I don't know, I don't know if I'm used to the new guy's voice yet. I don't know, it just doesn't sound as good as Aaron's, in my opinion, especially when he starts doing the cleans, like the clean verses sort of thing. I know they're trying something new. I know he is in the band now, so they have to show his voice a lot more, but I don't know, I just felt like it flowed a lot better in the last single compared to this one. But Joel's still doing his thing, still coming in there with those aggressions, with those aggressive vocals, still coming in with those growls and screams. But this one, I don't know, especially since I think this is the title track for the album, so it is a very different one. I thought they were gonna do it something a little bit more harder hitting compared to the last one, especially for being that title track. But this one has that, pop punky element to it, like I said. Feel, similar to their past albums, that they used to do with Aaron, similar to their This Could Be Heartbreak era and their Misery album, similar sounding to those kind of albums, I feel like, especially with this track, with that poppy, upbeat version of the track. But I don't know, I just don't know if it hit me well too. I'm gonna have to see more, but we don't have to wait too much longer. It is coming out over the next couple months or so. I believe April is the release date, so not too far along, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna have to wait and see what heavy hitters and what secret surprises that Joel and the boys have in store for us today. But I'm always gonna love these guys, especially the past albums, man. They always hit hard. You can never go wrong with this band, from their debut album up till now, man. It's just, there's not a bad album, I would say. I would argue there's quite a few songs here that I don't like from some of the albums, but overall, these guys hit hard. They know how to write real catchy choruses. They know how to write, catchy songs that just keep you hooked and keep them in the back of your mind type of vibe. So I love these guys, man. So hopefully we get some more stuff in the near future. Maybe some more singles are gonna be releasing since, anticipating that new coming album. I'm just maybe gonna have to hear a little bit more of the clean guys' vocals, just to get me used to the new singer as well, because I'm still like kind of hearing Aaron in the back of my mind, wondering what he would sound like on this kind of song. But yeah, overall, man, soft and simple song. They had a little bit of a pop punky riff down kind of breakdown thing in there. Kind of wish it went on a little bit longer, but that is just me. They have to fit in there somehow. But either way, love the riffs, love the drum play style, love those crazy fills the man does in the background there as well. So we're just gonna have to wait and see what more surprises, what new stuff these guys have to bring in the near future. Yeah, so be sure to hit that subscribe button, especially new here, because go through waves to go bang on the channel and money almost out on a single one. Guarantee that. And I'll see you guys in the next one.